Hi everyone! Today I will explain the basics of the auto layout feature in Figma. You will understand how auto layout works and how you can use it effectively in your designs. Auto layout is a powerful feature in Figma that can be applied to frames and components. An auto layout frame or component automatically adjusts as you resize it. It adjusts the size if you add or remove objects inside it. Think of it as a tool to make your designs more flexible and responsive. This is an example of a button on which auto layout is applied. See how this button resizes perfectly when I change the text? That's auto layout in action. Let's first see how you can enable auto layout for a frame. Remember, auto layout can be applied to a new frame or an existing one. I have designed this frame. It contains 3 simple shape objects. Auto layout is not enabled for it. To get started, you can enable auto layout by selecting this frame and clicking Auto Layout in the Layout section of the Properties panel. You can also use the shortcut keys Shift+A to enable auto layout. So, now auto layout is enabled for this frame. You can see a new section in the Properties panel where you can customize the auto layout settings. Let's go through some of the key properties here. This is the width and height of the frame. The next is direction. Auto layout lets you arrange elements either vertically or horizontally within the frame. Simply select the required direction to see the layout update. When horizontal is selected, the frame will grow in the horizontal direction. And the frame will grow in the vertical direction when I select the vertical option for direction. You can also control the gap or spacing between objects when the frame is resized. This keeps your design consistent without manually spacing each item. You can either enter a value in this box to set the gap between objects, or you can simply put your cursor on this icon and drag it in the left or right direction to decrease or increase the gap. This spacing will remain fixed even if I resize the frame. Now, if you open this menu for gap, you can see an auto option there in the list. Let's click on this option. This will adjust the gap between objects automatically as per the size of the frame. Now, when I resize the frame, you can see the gap is adjusted automatically. The third option for direction is wrap. With wrap enabled, objects will flow automatically into new rows or columns when they run out of space on resizing the frame. You can see how objects are arranging themselves in a new row when I am resizing the frame. This is great for creating responsive grids and dynamic layouts. Alignment options determine how your objects are aligned within the frame. Figma offers 9 options to give you full control. You can align all objects to the top left, center, bottom right, or anywhere in between. This is how it will work. For example, this is the top left alignment. As the frame resizes, the objects stay top left within the frame. This is the center right alignment. The objects stay in the center right of the frame when the frame resizes. You can adjust your object's alignment in a desirable way. Next is the padding. Padding controls the space between the inner objects and the edge of the frame. You can adjust horizontal padding to make your button wider or vertical padding for a taller button. You can either enter the required value in these boxes or drag your cursor on these icons to adjust the padding values. You can see how I can change the padding value for a frame. There is an option to adjust padding while remaining on the canvas as well. Hover on the padding area. This small icon appears. Hold it with your mouse and drag it. You can easily adjust padding while remaining on the canvas. If you need more precision, you can click on this individual padding icon. This way, you can set individual values for the left, right, top, and bottom padding. This is perfect for asymmetrical designs. Let's see how you can organize children objects within an auto layout frame. The children objects within an auto layout frame can be adjusted easily. You can reorder them. Press the up and down keys to change the order of the objects in the auto layout frame. Also, you can add or remove objects within an auto layout frame and the frame size adjusts itself. Copy an object and paste it within frame, or duplicate an object using Command+D. It will be adjusted within the frame and frame will grow its size automatically. To grow the frame automatically, set the width and height of the frame to hug contents. You can make the children objects adjustable along with the frame size. Set the width or height of the children object to fill container instead of a fixed value. For example, you can see that when I am resizing the frame, the object size does not change with it. Let me change the width of this object to fill container, and you can see when I resize the frame object, the object size adjusts itself to the frame width. Let's see some examples of UI controls where auto layout is applied. This is a responsive button using auto layout. I have added a simple button and enabled auto layout. You can see how you can resize this button and it adjusts itself. I can rename the button and it grows perfectly. Similarly, let's take the example of a search box. This is a search box with auto layout applied. Now when I resize this search bar, you can see the text and buttons are stuck to the edge of the search box. The last example is a vertical list of checkboxes with labels. Since auto layout is enabled, you can adjust the order of the options. Also, you can add new options or remove an existing one. The frame is adjusting its size responsively. These are a few basics of auto layout, and I believe this video helps you understand the concept clearly. Thank you.